Labia lel hoshare. Okay, tan nyamba ko to lab shek twa. Tayine tiksu tu science lenin magelia. Keji shedu yinere tidu yinere and ko some tiksu samta mo tolia and susi phage gyabna shin tata tatuna. That's when you have learned it. But if you have to think about the rules all the time, then you haven't really learned it. All right. So rules are important because they help you understand the structure of the language. But then what's more important is after knowing the rules, you have to practice it. So I'm trying to give you a lot of practice as much as possible within this Zoom class. But then outside of that, you have to practice on your own. And there are lots and lots of exercises on the internet to practice it. Okay. All right. So today we're going to look at what we call the modal verbs. Okay. Now let's see what these are. They're very important, and a lot of mistakes come from these kinds of verbs. What are these verbs? We're going to look at these verbs. Have you ever heard of modal verbs? Modals. Inji verbs na yanchi modals. Verb shema the mandrajor. You haven't heard of modal verbs? No? Actually, no. No idea? Any examples of what they are? What kind of words? You've never heard of it. Okay, so they're called modal verbs, and let me just give you a background of, that will help you understand modal verbs. Okay, now here are some examples of auxiliary or helping verbs in the English language. All right. Yeah. Now these are verbs that help the main verb. All right. Yeah. To make continuous tenses or to make perfect tenses. Or it helps in changing the form of the verb, or not just the form but the tense of the verb. So they help another verb, all right, to make different tenses. This is what we did actually. We were looking at these. They're called helping verbs, or they're also called auxiliary verbs. Chawe lero sedre da pegen an how mason chawa thing chi yor va delia rogo chinge jore. Ani tense dama de cha chunge jore delia. Or that is called the auxiliary verb, or it's also called helping verbs. So if you look at this over here, be verbs are very common helping verbs. Be verbs, they jorwa, is, am, are, was, were. Helping verb common sashetin today. The condition helping verb chogyare. For example, I am teaching. All right. To make a continuous present continuous tense, with I have to use am, and then you can get a teaching there. Ing shine laptul mado, shemado am mevlia ing mare. And you don't get, if you when you put an am with an ing, then you get a continuous tense. All right. Present continuous. I am teaching. So teaching am the. So you can see two words that form the continuous verb. This is the helping verb. All right, it's helping. Yeah. Okay, in the same way, he is teaching. Teaching the is ing or if it's a plural, you put are. We are teaching. So are there. This is the be verb. It's helping. Okay. In the same way, I was teaching. All right. Was tigi past continuous teaching day. You were teaching. They were teaching. So these are be verbs that are used with this verb over here, verb form, you're getting a continuous tense. All right, so present continuous, past continuous, help. Okay, now these same verbs, be verbs, they are very useful in making what is called the passive sentences in the English language. And we're going to do this in the next lesson, not now. So we will look at passive sentences in the next lesson. But over here, I just want to give you an example of how this be verb is used to help form the passive sentence. For example, the cat is killed. The killed is participle past participle is killed. So the passive verb okay. The chave yul delia chawa chitul chik change like cat killed chigol cat chava cat is killed cat so when you say is killed, all right, this is a passive verb. We'll do this in detail, all right? So you see is helping killed over here. The cat was killed, the past tense. They were punished, lasma. We were taught English, were taught lasma. The cake was eaten, all right? So this be verb is also helping to make a passive verb. You use it with the participle there. Past participle was eaten, were taught, were punished, was killed, is killed. Okay. The is pejutam, the pejutam bet logar, the correct sentence con logar chogyar. Chava con logar di. All right. So chava di they doing it yobeki means the dig chigi your logo matna. Di chavi yul race sigor, dilia chulia chava chigi your race sigor. Because truly made the water bachilia that mingte goes the next lesson passive sentence. But here it's just to tell you, how they are used as auxiliary verbs. They're helping. Killed was, you use it with killed, were punished, were taught, was eaten. So it's a helping verb. Then we also have words like have, has, had, like the perfect tense is I have done. See? Past participle nyamdol have done. Past participle it has a helping verb. So here I'm using have done to get a present perfect tense. Have you done your work? It's a question. He has done. He has done, present perfect. All right. Has he done his work? It's a question. They have done. See, have done, has done, had done. All right. So with done, I'm using a helping verb. Has. And this makes present perfect tenses. Present perfect, past perfect. Okay, so it's a helping verb. Okay, all right. Now, again, we use helping verbs to make questions in the English language. In language, helping verb never. Okay, so for example, even when you make a negative sentence, you need a helping verb. All right. But if the verb is itself is a helping verb, or am, be verb, helping verb, right? So you don't have to put this. But then if the verb is a different verb, which is not a be verb, then you have to put a helping verb to make a negative sentence. For example, I speak English. I do not speak English. They do the when you want to make a negative sentence, you have to put do there. All right. He does not speak English. He does present tense. Okay. Negative sedu kon does they speak like the okay. In a negative sedu is a does not does not. He not speaks in Injinova. He does not speak English. All right. In the same way, past tense, he did not speak English. See, you're putting a did there. You're using this verb to make a negative sentence. Now, here are questions. Do you speak English? Now, I have to use do. All right. With speak. Speaking, do you speak English? Because it's a you. Do you speak English? Does he speak English? Did they play football? All right. All those chini. These words, do, does, did, they are also helping verbs, and they help in making negative sentences and questions. They're called helping verbs because they help the verb. The verb over here is speak. Verb, the speak. Speak. That negative so you do not the douche gauchir. You in it, I the you in it. All right. He in a does gauchir. Present tense, not past tense. For past tenses, you put did. And it can be any person. I did, you did, we did, someone did. Okay. And in questions also. So these three helping verbs help to make questions. Oh, the Chelsea dinalo speaks yet. Chelsea speak your the Chelsea delia tibusuelia and present tense and do the does past tense did. So it's helping. All right. It's called a helping verb. Now we come to what modals are. The modals are, they are also helping verbs. Also helping. They're also helping verbs. They're also called auxiliary verbs. All right. Now, but then what is their use? I mean, how are they used? Okay. What do they mean when you use it? When you use these verbs, you get a completely different meaning. Okay. It's not about tenses. I am teaching Sidukonic present continuous tense chaswa. I was teaching to the past continuous tense. I have done to the present perfect tense. Oh, the tense. That's interesting. See, I'm using I can speak. Speaking of the can gives wa. I must speak. Speaking of the must gives wa. You should speak. Speaking of the should gives wa. We might go to Kushal. De go say the nyamdol might gives wa. Okay, you may speak. So I'm using may with speak. These are helping verbs. See, they're helping the main verb. Speak robochi or they speak robochi. Someone will speak robochi there. Okay. The unit the robochi do kone any tonda the robochi do tonda bet mandara. Then so mangche two mandama chigre. Tense tamand. That the karchagor say the chadukon. That is important. So these are called modal verbs. All right. Now let's see what happens. Okay. Oh yeah. Yes. So here we are. Okay. So these are called the modal verbs.
Yeah,
so they are helping verbs, huh? Helping verbs. They're also called auxiliary. Helping karchin logos karanchi bo yomarta dingyamdo chazing main diore. Chazi tewa diore dingyamdo ya. Speak. I can speak. I can.
You may speak.
I can run. I can play. All right, so called robot chin. Robot chin it provides an additional and a specific meaning, different meaning to the sentence. Okay, so these are some that we'll see what kind of a meaning you get. These are some examples of these modals. May, might. Oh. Dinzu para chico pejutayo mare ko chazi chingam do pejutam. Chazi chingam do drop de. Dinzu de chazi chikaorta. Okay. Chema para chico tondayo mara. So chesa auxiliary is here. All right. Okay. That tonda khari kyo thegi or sedra. How does it change the meaning? That's interesting. So what do modals do? Khari chigares. All right. Now here, the word modals here, Jorba, it comes from modality. Modality said yungwar. Oh, modality said injinani. Modality it's an attitude. Some two get a shenge the some two says some luki attitude. All right. For some jorba for the get a shade on qualia some jor or the modality. All right. So what is the mode there? How is he thinking? That is what these do. So here is an example. These are different examples. If I say he can speak English, well, the speaker is talking about an ability. So it's about an ability. All right. So okay. You must speak in English in the English class. You must speak English in the English class. Can I inject in Denalia, indicate your corridors? Some all right. Necessity race. All right. So when I say you must speak in English in the English class, I'm saying it's necessary. All right. Okay. So they get to be a gadget. Delia could necessary in Bajilavde. Some opinion to shake. So there is an opinion there. It's how I'm thinking. All right. The speaker is thinking that way. Then here, when I say he should speak English, suggestion. All right. Should speak English. Can I indicate see how I'm thinking? Do you understand? Modal say did it. All right. Now another one, if I say would, he would speak in English if you want him to. Oh, that the offer it. Yeah, Jebo Yena, indicate can indicate not Jabo Yena, quick Jabro Chigres, Lavation Mebe, offer. Yet Chiroche, quit Chiro Chigres. Do you see?
No.
Do you see? He would speak in English if you want him to. All right. He would cook for you if you want him to. This is what it means over here. All right, offer it. All right, so when I'm speaking, I'm talking about this as an offer. Then he mustn't speak loudly in class. This is a prohibition. All right, it's a prohibition. And then I can say he might give the speech in English. Possibility. All right. All right. Do you understand? See how they're changing? Yes. They're changing the meanings. It's more about my opinion, the speaker's opinion. All right. Yes. He speaks in English. All right. Okay. Do you see what's happening to the speaker's mind, the attitude there? All right. So it's talking about, you know, how the speaker is thinking. All right. When he is you know, talking about this sentence or the situation. All right. So it's an attitude there. It's the speaker's stance of mind. Yeah.
Sure.
Carredo.
Chanang.
Carredo.
Chanang.
Chanang. Chanang. Korangi chanang re. Chanang doji. Oh, jik tup. Some tup madu gejere. Some yankere lengere tondo chinshege yore. Some yan lapche solchi gegu yore. Yorba. Some yanchi go raw chigi yobe solchi shege yore. Okay. So that. Some use that is what's happening over here. All right. Dictionary not say model like dictionary. Okay, anyway. All right. Okay, anyway, so this is what we mean by modals and what actually the function of modals. Modal, do you understand?
Yes.
Helping verb, it has to be written with a verb. This speak speak. He speaks. He can speak. He must speak. He should speak. He would speak. He mustn't speak.